And what up? I'm in my new car, driving. Trying to make some money real quick. Hey, this is a topic I want to talk about right now, man. Mental health. Mental health is very, 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 very important. I took a journey a long time ago. I'll say it like this. Well, I'll give you a background on me. My father, very militant, military type guy. Nice. You know, he used to wake us up at 3, 4 in the morning with these little, I remember like it's yesterday, these little get up speeches and stuff on the little voice recorder. So, growing up in my house, there was a lot of willpower. Like, if my dad told us to do something, we better do it like we've been doing it this whole time. So it was like it bloom, stamp that into your brain. He was no joke, but I love him. I respect him. I'm glad that he taught me willpower. Willpower is a thinking faculty. You know, you got to think to have willpower. Willpower to me is a type of focus that you're zeroing in on one specific thing to the exclusion of everything else. That's hard. That's hard to do. So, anyways, man, look, we were talking about mental power. I got off topic with the willpower joint. So, here in 2019, man, a lot of people. And I was gonna talk about black males, which I ultimately will start talking about black males, but we're gonna talk in general. Most people are stuck in their head. They have a story in their head, and that story dictates the flow of their whole life. For an example, let's just say Billy. Billy has no confidence in women. Billy tells himself a story, well, I'll never find a woman. So Billy just wasted his 20s, 30s, and 40s with this story in his head, and he just letting life pass him by. He got guys like me snatching up women and stuff. I ain't got no problem walking up to no woman and talking to her. But that's just another topic or whatever. So basically, whatever we've been taught, you know, whatever you were at in your childhood, your environment made you who you are now. That means your parents, the people around your parents, the schooling, the church, everything shaped and molded your brain into what it is now. I don't care how old you are. All your mother and father's idiosyncrasies, meaning all the little idiotic stuff that they do, is programmed into you. All of their good stuff, for the most part, is programmed to you. If your dad and mom had anger issues, for the most part, you probably got anger issues. So the question is, for you that's watching, are you really you? Are you really yourself? Because a person like me, if I come to your mom and dad house and I see exactly why you act the way you do, it's kind of like, have I met you yet? Because if you're a collection of your parents and your environment had bad financial issues or couldn't pay bills on time, or you had anger issues, you know, during your environment, you know, people had anger issues around you, and you collected all of this filth and stuck it in your subconscious, and you said, the hell with everything else that's gonna stay there, to me, that's unintelligent. Yeah, I act like my mom and my dad in my environment that we went through, but all the idiosyncrasies, I'm getting rid of them. I keep what I want, I take away what I don't want. And with that being said, welcome to me, the real me. Because I decided to be what I wanted to be. A lot of y'all haven't decided what y'all want to be because y'all got stuck and fixed in your subconscious mind that y'all just gonna be whatever the hell you were. You turn 18, whatever you developed in your head, that's how it is. You don't want to change nothing else about yourself for the good or the bad. There was a guy in Canada back in the 20s. He said 2% of the world thinks, 3% of the world think they thinking, and 95% would rather die than think. Now you got to ask yourself, where you sitting at? Where do you sitting at? Are you a thinker? Or are you, this whole time you just been dealing with mental, energy? In order to think, I'm going to say this because this is going to be for another video. Because I can go deep in this. This is me all day. Welcome to me. In order to think, you got to be in the present moment. Because thinking is a creative thing. Thinking is creating an idea. You create an idea and the idea manifests. Don't matter how small or big the ideal is, that's thinking. So if that is what thinking is, and you got to be in the moment, meaning not in the past or not in the future, because your subconscious mind doesn't even pick up the past and future. It picks up now, the moment. So in order to think, you got to be in the moment. So the question I have for you, when you so-called thinking, is it stuff that you already know? It don't take no thought for you to go and buy a car if you already bought a car before. It's already in your subconscious mind how to buy a car. It takes no thought for you to go and buy a house if you bought a house or seen everybody else buying a house already. It takes no thought for you to go and get a job when you've had multiple jobs that you've probably been fired from thousands of times. That's no thought. There's no thought in that. No thinking in that. Thinking is creating something that you have not done yet, or you're very uncomfortable with, and doing it anyway. Now, what would stop a person from crossing the street, but in the past when he crossed the street, he got ran over? I know this sounds foolish, but you got people out here like that. Trust me, I deal with them in my city. Oh, I ain't crossing the street. Last time I crossed the street, I got ran over and they heart beating already. Why your heart beating and we ain't crossed the street yet? Why are we even worried about a street that we haven't crossed yet to get to the other side? Why, like, you telling me about something that happened 2-3 years ago like it's gonna happen every time? Does that sound intelligent to you? Does it sound like this person that does that think? Do you do silly shit like that? You probably do. Our central nervous system picks up on patterns. They're called cells of recognition. You start recognizing something, especially when you do something repeatedly over and over and over again. It's called a paradigm. Paradigm's a multitude of habits that are fixed in your subconscious mind. And we'll go into depth with that, what that is. But in a nutshell, your central nervous system picks up patterns and then it remembers the patterns without you having to remember. So your memory ain't even yours. It's the central nervous system that's allowing you to remember stuff. So there's no thought in that because your brain automatically does it. So there's no thinking to remember something because your central nervous already does that by itself without you even knowing. So you pick up on patterns. Billy Bob picks up a pattern saying, oh, every time I cross the street, I get ran over. The lighting all bad. Pardon me. So Billy Bob like, hey, last time I crossed the street, I got ran over. So every time I think about crossing the street, I ain't doing it. So that's Billy Bob going into the past. You don't have to think to go in the past. Your brain will automatically rifle fire you to the past, especially if it connects with cells of recognition. If Billy Bob was in the moment, he would be able to think and tell himself, hey, that last time was 2-3 years ago. I'm going to do this again. And it ain't going to happen again. Just in the moment shit. In the moment, your head, when you in the moment, it feels better anyway. It's a good book called Mindfulness. And another good book by Wayne Dyer called Erroneous Zones. Them two books, y'all need to go and buy them and read them profusely, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. like I did. I'm still reading them books over and over and over and over again. What am I doing? Burning a program in my head so I can remember the book. You don't just take a book and read it once. You read it over and over and over again anyway, so you can get a pattern going, so you can remember stuff. Memory, everyone has a perfect memory. It just you have to practice working on it. It's like a muscle. It's a thinking faculty to learn something new and store it in your subconscious as memory. So yeah, man, there's a lot of traffic on this highway. I don't like this. Anyways, that's good because the phone won't all mess up. I ain't trying to make this video long, but I'm gonna probably do a video probably once a week going over a certain thing. So, you know, like I was saying from the beginning, you know, people aren't thinking. People are, especially in my city, but if it's in my city, I know it's in y'all's. People don't think no more. People antisocial. Everybody all up in their phone. They'll text message you a whole long paragraph, but they'll come in your presence and won't say one word. Bro, what is going on? What are we doing? Why y'all can't speak? Bro, I don't care who it is. I'll walk up to them and have a whole conversation because I don't have that issue. And if you do have that issue, work on it. Work on the issues that you have. Why is everybody just giving up on life and saying, oh, I'm just going to be the way I am? And you know the way you are ain't sufficient to your life. Is that thinking? They're not thinking. Like I said, 2% of the world think, and them 2% of the world that's thinking are rich billionaires. 3% of the world think they thinking. Them the idiots. And then 95% of the world would rather shoot themselves than think. You know why? Because as soon as you come with a new idea for them, that damn brain to go haywire. Oh no, I don't know. That ain't what I do, man. Like I dealt with a specific person that had an anger issue not too long ago, and I was telling them about their anger. I'm like, hey man, you know, you've told me multiple times that you don't like being angry, but you keep doing it every day. If you don't like being angry, but you keep doing it every day, what are you supposed to do? You need to develop a new habit of getting out of anger. Do the complete opposite. It's not hard. I'm telling you, you looking at it, you're chunking it. When you chunk something, that means you just start every process that you have to do to get rid of the thing, you start chunking it, and your subconscious mind will go haywire, and it'll stop you from even thinking. You'll reason yourself out of success. Some of y'all reason yourself out of success. And it's crazy. Now that I'm starting to read books and I'm starting to get better with my, you know, where I'm coming, you know, where I'm going in life, I'm almost 30. Man, I ain't got time, bro. I'm trying to get certain places in life, and the only way to change your results, I'm gonna end it at this, man, because I ain't gonna keep going on too long. Y'all might get information overload because some of y'all paradigms are short. But I'm gonna leave it like this. I'm gonna leave it like this though. In order to change your life, you have to change your life. I know that sounds like a trip on words, but it ain't. If you got the same thoughts that you have since yesterday, and you got them same thoughts today, and thoughts create habits, and habits create results. So you know your results are a reflection of the thoughts that are going on in your mind. If you got the same thoughts you had yesterday, you'll have the same results today. If you have the thoughts that you had a month ago, you got the same results you had a month ago. If you have the thoughts that you had a year ago, you got the same results a year ago. So I don't have to talk anymore. You can tell me what you need to do to change your results. What you gotta do to change your results? You gotta change your thoughts. I'm gonna leave it at that. Peace.